Won't Believe It focuses on Dastan, who can no longer stand the constant nagging of his highly pregnant wife and decides to run away for at least one day with his friends. The men go fishing, which would have gone smoothly if not for a series of unforeseen events. This horror comedy from Kazakhstan hit VOD in early February after a pretty big festival run throughout 2021, though unfortunately it received little to no fanfare upon its release, especially as it wasn't advertised at all, and it was immediately buried. But I think this easily goes down as one of the year's biggest hidden gems so far. It was accurately described during one festival as a cross between The Hangover and the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and if you're in the camp of those that didn't like the new Texas Chainsaw Massacre, you may even say this works as a better TCM movie than that did. It's an absolutely bizarre genre mix with a lot of fiery energy about it, established perfectly in the opening few minutes when Dastan is on the phone with his wife and the both of them are constantly flying off the handle at one another and at pretty much everyone. And these sometimes rapid fire, continuously tense but humorous exchanges take up a lot of the film, as we see different sets of characters constantly going at it, usually blowing up over the most minute detail. But it actually reaches parody levels with the way some of these interactions go down, with the film taking some slight jabs at things like toxic masculinity and bro culture, like during an early mishap while the group is fishing that leads to an ear injury and the way all the friends react to said injury. The film is clever in the way it balances a number of different tones, as well as a number of different storylines that converge in a mostly cohesive manner. In addition to the group of friends, you have another group of bumbling gangsters who are attempting to conduct some violent business out in the fields, while you have a mysterious figure lurking about who clashes with both groups. The reasoning behind one of these storylines isn't quite as compelling as I hoped it would have been, but the way everything melds together otherwise worked really well. And I have to commend the film for the way it managed to evoke some of its best laughs from some of its silliest bits, like a recurring gag with one of the gangsters who repeatedly faints upon seeing a gross out moment of any sort. Everyone acts as something of a caricature, but the way the filmmakers and the actors fully commit to the tone, delivering each line and reacting to every absurd moment with 110% confidence, it made the laughs come quite frequently, and most times it would be hilarious. Though it managed to even work just as well as a horror thriller. I mean, I wouldn't call it scary, but it would certainly get tense as characters began crossing paths and chases began, especially thanks to some great claustrophobic camera work at various points. Some may call some of the tonal shifts jarring, but I thought the way the film managed to keep you engaged and on the edge of your seat as a thriller, while also keeping things fun enough as a comedy, flowed pretty seamlessly. Not all the characters necessarily have our sympathies, which I can also see people having some issues with, but I have to commend the screenwriting for giving everyone such vibrant, if hyper-stylized personalities, so that it made each of them just an absolute blast to follow. And it allows you to forgive if not everyone's likable, because they're making up for it with some great belly laughs. And it makes Sweetie You Won't Believe It one of the most enjoyable watches of the year so far, and it'll probably go down as one of 2022's biggest hidden gems. It's pleasantly surprising in the way it effectively melds bloody slasher and action movies along with over-the-top comedy quite well, giving us a film that's equal parts tense and hilarious. I had a ball with it, and I highly recommend you check it out. Sweetie You Won't Believe It gets an 8.5 out of 10. So let me know, did you see Sweetie You Won't Believe It, or are you planning to see it, and what were your thoughts? Is it a new favorite horror comedy for you? Do you have a favorite hidden gem of the year so far? Let me know in the comments below so we can discuss. Also, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and share it, and for more movie reviews and film discussion, please make sure to hit that subscribe button to stay updated. Thanks for watching everyone, and keep having fun with film.